Hi everyone, welcome to our channel Mindful Convo. So for today the topic will be risk assessment and measurement. So this video is in continuation of the previous video where we have discussed about risk identification. So further we will be discussing in this video related to the risk assessment procedures and measurement. So firstly we'll try to understand that what is risk assessment, that how are we going to assess the risk, what are the factors to be considered while assessing the risk. So the business main aim is always to maximize the profit. So for that they will be undertaking different types of projects and activities, and each project and activities carries different types of risks. So the important management decisions are really very important, that which project to include, which project to reject, and how the project will be financed depending on your risk appetite. So all these things should be taken care of. So how are we going to assess that what are our appetites, on what factors we will be deciding it? So there will be two main factors: the likelihood of the risk event occurring, like the probability of the event which has to be occur. So after probability, the other one will be the impact or consequences for the organization. So if that event occurs, with that much probability, then what will be the impact of that event, of that risk on the organization? So these two factors are really very important, and in the further video we will discuss that what are the approaches and what are the framework for the measurement, and how these factors are interlinked with those framework. So you can also think about it with a very simple example, that suppose in a warehouse there are so many goods, and that warehouse is the most important thing of that company. अब कंपनी को पता है कि वहाँ पर हो सकता है, देयर इज अ ह्यूज चांस दैट वहाँ पर रिस्क है, इंश्योरेंस करवानी चाहिए अगर फायर वहाँ पर हो जाती है तो जिन भी केसेस में आप देखोगे कि जनरली जितनी कंपनीज होती हैं, अगर वहाँ पर फायर का डर है, कुछ भी ऐसी कैलेमिटी होती है, तो उस केस में दे ऑलवेज कीप देमसेल्व्स इंश्योर्ड. सो इंश्योरेंस लेने से आपने अपनी रिस्क को मिटिगेट कर दिया, नॉट इवन मिटिगेट, यू हैव कंट्रोल्ड दैट रिस्क कि ठीक है, अगर कुछ ऐसा हो भी जाता है, सो वी हैव द बैकअप. So what was your response? That you are already insured. So always try to a company always try to be fully backed up with the responses. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपके साथ कोई कैलेमिटी हो गई, कुछ गलत हो रहा है, उसके बाद आप सोच रहे हो. You have to be ready with your responses. So basically what is the risk response? So there will be two things here. If one is alarm, that as low as is reasonably practicable. So this is a general rule. Here you will see that this approach involves reducing risk to the level, like you are trying to reduce a risk to a level which is as low as possible practically. So, and what is reasonably practical? एक्चुअली में व्हाट इज रीजनेबली प्रैक्टिकल, वो डिफर करेगा आपकी सिचुएशंस पे कि क्या सिचुएशन है. सो दिस होल कंसेप्ट, although it includes, always consider the cost and also the benefit, that if you are trying to arrange something in response of the risk, that whether it is cost effective, whether it is beneficial. First thing is that after that it should be practicably feasible, and if there are any subjectivity to it, then the company has to decide that whether to consider that approach or not. So this particular approach is not well defined because it is affected due to lot of subjectivity issues. But what is the TARA framework? So this is a framework which is basically used to give the responses on the risk part by the companies, and this framework is very widely asked in exams also. So there will be a case study and you have to apply this framework. So try to focus on it. So here you will see that earlier in the video which I have discussed about the factors which are to be considered, which was the likelihood and the consequences. So here you will see the left side, the vertical axis, y-axis as probability, which means the likelihood, and in the horizontal x-axis the impact is there. So the low and high probability, if you will see that where the likelihood is low and impact is also very low, so these type of risk you need to accept. You can accept them, there is no harm. And where the probability is low but the impact is high, so you should transfer those types of risk. So how are you going to transfer? You can here take the example of insurance also. Now other one is where the likelihood is high and the impact is low, so the impact is not that much, so you can try to reduce them. And where the probability or likelihood and impact both are high, you have to avoid these risks. Don't go into those risks because they may in future lead to in danger of the business. So now how are we going to assess these scenarios? So in detail I want to discuss this with you. Like firstly we'll start with the transfer. So this involves transferring the risk to another party. As I have told you, you can take the example of insurance here. So earlier when insurance was not done, it was your risk. After that, when you do the insurance, the risk has been transferred to the insurer. So in this you have to analyze in the case study that what are the consequences, that whether the company, if the company's activities are in the category where the probability is low and impact is high, so are they insured or not. So you have to suggest them. So here after that, avoid category. So in this, a risk with high likelihood of occurring and a high impact. So if it did occur, it should be best avoided. So here the example could be activity associated with the risk should be avoided. So just avoid that thing which is causing you the risk. Then in the reduce stage, you will see that risk reduction involves taking steps to reduce the chance of the risk occurring for. It means you have already reduced that risk. So how you have reduced that risk? You can take example of staff training or increasing your controls. So whatever you can do from your end to reduce the risk. After that, in the accept stage, you will see that if the cost of risk reduction has exceed the benefits, so it would make sense to accept or retain the risk. Obviously, because there are many small risks which are accepted, and they doesn't make any difference on the financials or anything. So these types of risk have a very low likelihood and low impact. Okay, after that, all this has been done. Now if I want to discuss you about the case studies, the questions which are asked in the exam, so you can refer any of the approved publisher material where you can find the TARA framework has been applied in the exam. So just go through with it, and if you have any doubt, because it's a really important topic, you can just ping me, you can ask the doubts, and in case you need any type of help, you can contact me. So if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel for further updates, and also stay tuned. Goodbye. Thank you.